Da 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 da. We're back. Alright, so we're back. We're doing some Pokemon Azul. And our team's a little beat up. A couple of them. Do we need a recap? We'll just have a quick recap, I guess. Kadabra, 35. Psybeam, Confusion, Recover, Teleport. Ninetales, 36. Flamethrower, Ember, Quick Attack, Confuse Ray. Nidoking, the Beast. Body Slam, Rock Slide, Seismic Toss, and Thrash. Jeez, once we get him Earthquake, he's gonna be just terrifying. Hunter! With Psychic, Mega Drain, Nightshade, and Confuse Ray. And as soon as we can get him Thunder, I will teach him Thunder. We'll just let him have a plethora of ridiculous moves he shouldn't have. Blastoise, Bubble Beam, Water Gun, Bubble, and Bite. We'll teach him Ice Beam soon. And then we've got our ultimate favorite Raichu with Thunderbolt, Thundershock, Quick Attack, Thunder Wave. So, we kind of discussed in the last episode, I think this is I want to say this is the floor we're supposed to be on. I think I set it up to where we were back where we were supposed to be. Although I could be wrong, who knows. I think last time we were discussing swapping out one of our team members, possibly adding another one, like maybe one of the legendary birds, or one of the fossils, which it would arguably be Aerodactyl. But I don't know. Because I mean, like I said, I like the way our team is set up. And, I mean, Kadabra and Haunter, it'd be one of those two. The thing is, I feel like it'd be Kadabra just because Haunter is my boy, evolves into my second favorite boy, good old Gengar. But, I mean, Kadabra puts in the work. Speaking of, we're going from Kadabra to Haunter, mainly for the poison immunity and the self-destruct immunity. But I mean, see, even Haunter's got Psychic, and while he's got less PV with Psychic than Kadabra does with his Psychic moves, we could still add Articuno and have ourselves a pretty cool, cool, get it? Because he's nice type. Pretty cool legendary. We get ice and flying types on our team, which really, like, we don't even need, because, I mean, type advantages are so, or type coverage, I guess we should say, don't even actually matter so much. Because, like, if we added, well, first of all, we have a fire and an electric Pokemon, so Zapdos and Moltres are pretty useless. Same thing with the Eevee, the Eevee debate. You know, there's no point in having Flareon or Jolteon because we already have a fire and electric type. Whereas Articuno, being ice, gives us another type we don't have. But Blastoise and Nidoking can learn Ice Beam and Blizzard. And, I mean, Ice is good against Flying, which we have Electric. It's good against Grass, which we have Fire. It's good against Ground, which we have Water. So it's not really a big deal. And then Flying is good against Grass and Bug. And again, we have Fire. It's good against Fighting, which we have Psychic. It's just like, it's redundant type coverages, I guess, that don't really matter. Have we battled you yet? We have. So why didn't we battle that fucker? Yeah, because this is where the beds are. We'll go down a floor and we'll make sure we took care of that floor, and then we'll go up. There's just really not a whole lot of point once you hit certain types. But it's more for the sake of just because, you know, it's kind of just like, well, it's a legendary, and I mean, Articuno is one of my favorites anyways. So I think overall we'll probably end up swapping Kadabra out. But I mean, Kadabra's gotten some good screen time. We caught that Abra before battling Misty, so, and I mean, we still got a ways to go before we can even get to Articuno. I mean, granted, we could get to Articuno somewhat fast, if we really wanted to, but that would require us having to cut corners and just go, you know, skipping past. I just don't think it's worth it. We'll get to him when the time comes. So, I mean, in all honesty, he's level 50, and I mean, actually, you know, just for the sake of it, I may. Who did it say was sending out? Coughing. Okay. Swapping to Haunter was a good call. I may just for the sake of, since this is just a playthrough anyways, I may just get the Master Ball from Silphco and we'll just go straight to Articuno, Master Ball him, and go about our day. Just so we don't have to sit there and deal with the hassle of trying to fucking catch one of those damn things. Especially because Articuno was always the hardest one to catch. Zapdos was always the easiest in Red and Blue. But I find that... I'll put Raichu out front. I find that Articuno and Moltres were always harder. And I think Articuno was consistently harder than Moltres. Which Articuno is also a pain in the ass to get to. Whereas Moltres is just like, well, if you're paying attention, he's kind of right there while you're going through Victory Road. Zapdos is at the power plant, which is completely out of your way, and you don't ever even have to go that way. Granted, you don't even have to go to Seafoam Islands. I mean, technically, you're supposed to go there to get through Route 19, to get through to Route 20, to get to Cinnabar. But it's such a pain in the ass. It's just easier to just surf south from Pallet Town. It's just so much easier to do that. But for the sake of getting Articuno, we'll go ahead and just go scoop him up and then be on our way. I think we'll go ahead and put Blastoise out front, actually. Just because Blastoise and Ninetales are new additions, and is our starter. Another rare candy, we will use that near the end of... Oh! Was that Earthquake? Did we just get Earthquake? We got Earthquake, boyos. Hey, Nidoking. You want to learn a ground-type move since you don't learn one by level up, even though you're a fucking ground-type Pokemon? Goodbye, Thrash. Ooh, Alright, I'll leave Blastoise for now, but then after that, we gotta put Nidoking up front. We got them Earthquakes. Strongest, well, one of the strongest moves in the game. Strongest ground type for sure. So, oh, I think we've got like, yep, we got this dude to battle, and then I guess we're gonna go battle our rival. I guess that's all we have left is the rival and then Giovanni. I mean, now Nidoking has Earthquake. He's got ground. He's got... I mean, technically he's got fighting because he has Seismic Toss. But Seismic Toss doesn't check typing, so not really. And then he's got Rock Slide. And then if I don't need it or I don't have the coverage, then he's just got... Body Slam. And with a 33% chance to paralyze, that ain't fucking bad. Blastoise is just drowning these rats. Sometimes they're also just not as useful. Like, fire is great, like, great and all, but it's only good against ice, grass, bug, I mean steel, but steel 1 isn't a thing in Gen 1, and also it has the two major weaknesses of fighting in ground, so it's not really the biggest deal either. Like, otherwise, fire is just fire. So Ninetales wouldn't really need to... Who did it say? Why do I feel like that said coughing again? It said Ekans. Okay. That's fine. I don't feel like playing any rap games tonight. But yeah, I mean, some types are just kind of like, they're not as necessary. And it kind of sucks, but it's just the way it is. But I'm not taking Ninetales off the team because it's one of my all-time favorite Pokemon, and it is one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon that I used in my first playthrough, so... And I honestly, I don't remember most of my... I remember most of my team. Obviously, Squirtle was my first, so I had Blastoise. Raichu's my favorite, so I had Pikachu. Gengar's my other favorite. I had Haunter, because I also really like Haunter. Never got to evolve it. Nidoking, one of my all-time favorites. Ninetales, I had a choice between... I had Vulpix, because we didn't have Growlithe. Growlithe is the red version. And I love Vulpix, and I love Ninetales. I don't remember what the 6th Pokemon was. I know for a fact it wasn't Kadabra. That's just one I went with because I like Kadabra, and also because I was like, you know what? Why not, you know? I feel like he is going to either lead with Raichu, or not Raichu, I'm going to lead with Raichu, because I feel like he is either going to lead with either Pidgeot or Gyarados. Seems to be pretty on par for him to lead with. See, I feel like I had a Gyarados myself, but I don't know. I don't know if I went through the trouble of training one. I know I used Jolteon at one point, but again, Articuno being my favorite, I may have had Articuno for that last slot. Dragonite's another favorite, but I know I never caught a Dratini just because the catch rate was so... It was like so hard and they constantly ran away. So I know I didn't have a Dragonite in my first playthrough. And unfortunately, a few years ago... I was right, Pidgeot. Unfortunately, a few years ago, the internal battery in my blue version and my silver version died, so... I have no way of knowing what my first team was I beat the Elite Four with. And I lost my complete Pokedex for Silver. I even had Mew. I did not have Celebi, though, so I guess it technically wasn't complete, but... Oh, Gyarados. Yawn. I mean, I absolutely love Gyarados. One of my favorite Pokemon, but yawn because Raichu is going to absolutely obliterate it. It's still just curious that they gave it water flying. Like, there were other options. I really kind of want to use Ninetales here. Just because, but... Oh, we could use Nidoking. Hey, this is actually fitting, because in the anime, Gary had a Nidoking and an Arcanine. Man, what a great animation. The screen shakes a couple times, and that's it. Alakazam. See, here's the problem. Alakazam special is insane. He already has an Alakazam at this point too, which is wild. This is honestly, this is what made the rival battles so like nerve-wracking before, personally to me, because Alakazam is insane as a powerhouse, but also in this game because special is one stat, he's so bulky on the special side. But look at that though, we lowered his speed twice. So now we're definitely faster. And that's crazy too, because Bubble Beam isn't guaranteed to... Is it? Maybe it is. Alright, let's try Bite. Let's just go for physical move. Ooh, and Blastoise gets the crit. Yeah, so that thing, like, I could have, if I went for Haunter, Haunter would have died. I could have gone for Kadabra, and then it would have been a case of, you know, doing a little less, but the two of them sitting there and side-beaming each other was just not going to work out well. His Venusaur is level 40, though. I actually really like Gen 1's Venusaur sprite. I don't care what anybody says. I love Venusaur. Defeated Asshat. For Boss Rocket. Yep. Yep. Wow. No way. You don't say. Bye. Yep. Cool. Thanks. Appreciate it. I got a Lapras. Nope. Okay. I really like Lapras, too. Actually, let me go battle this other dude real quick. I really like Lapras. I think it's a really cool Pokemon. But it's also a Pokemon that is just like... You get it so weak. Like, level 15 is abysmal. It's too low. Otherwise, it'd be a great Pokemon. Water, Ice, get stabbed to both. Like, that's pretty fucking nice. But again, level 15. Can't be bothered to grind that up. Seriously, that did that little? Get out. I'm actually going to do this to test. I want to see how much damage the Mega Drain will do. Because I don't have Levitate yet. I did a good amount. Doesn't matter now. Alright, now we're gonna go heal our team up. And then we'll kick Giovanni's ass for a second time. I don't even know what he's going to lead with this time. Does he still lead with Kangaskhan? If he does, I'll just... Well, I mean, I don't really need to switch. But I could also just switch over to Haunter and... He can't touch me. Bingo. Oh no. The coveted rematch. Oh, he started with Nidorino. Ironic. I started with the Nido King. Well, that's a shame for you. And now he's going with Kangaskhan. I mean, I could stick with Nidoking. I might just. I mean, Kangaskhan can't really do that much to Nidoking either. I mean, Rage. Yeah, wow. 8 damage. Not in the least concerned. Rhyhorn. Ironic, his whole team is Pokemon that can be found in the Safari Zone. So he is now ending with Nidoqueen. Because I know for a fact the only places you can get Kangaskhan and Rhyhorn in this game are in the Safari Zone. And then you can get Nidorino and Nidorina in the Safari Zone. It's not the only place you can get them, but it is one of them. So it's like this motherfucker didn't even go and catch his Pokemon. He just went, here's my admission fee. They're like, here's your 30 Safari Balls. Now it is impressive as fuck that he caught, for him to catch all 4 of those with only 30 Safari Balls, but who knows. Nidoking is 38. See, Nidoking just swept his whole team. He ain't called the king for a reason. Or for nothing. You know what I mean. Hi, can you give me the item to get my free Articuno? Like how he's like, because I'm rich, I can give you anything. Here's 1 Pokeball. Oh, but it's a purple Pokeball, so it's special. Well, I mean, if you're rich, you could also give me, like, I don't know, a couple million? And the Master Ball? What does a child need with a couple $1 million? It's an investment for my future, okay? So that when I'm done being a Pokemon trainer, and, you know, beating the Elite Four, becoming a Pokemon Master, then I'll have enough money to buy a house and settle down and never have to do anything else. And that's the real dream of a Pokemon Master.